guys, and welcome back. This is Candy with Sweet Creek Thrift, and today I am presenting to you my February of 2024 final sales report. So what sold, how much it sold for, what the item was. I'm going to walk you through some photos of each item and just break it all down for you, including how much I earned for each item after like all the fees and everything. I'll also go over where I bought it from or where I purchased it or how I obtained the item. So pretty much just everything. So if you are a reseller or you're new to reselling, this sort of video will actually help you out as you learn like what sells and what kind of price you could get for it. It's just a really good learning tool. I use this. I follow a lot of other YouTubers and I do the same thing. So I am putting out my own content now just to share with other people, just to give you an idea, because I kind of think outside the box and I don't always follow the traditional rules as far as picking stuff up, especially when I'm at the Goodwill bins, because I do tend to find random things that I'm like, I think this will sell, that maybe not everybody would actually pick up because it's just not a regular standard bread and butter item. So anyways, I'm going to get to it. I have a fairly, let's see, I had a total, let me delete my little, or not delete it, but I'm just going to minimize this little picture box of what I look like. I had 36 items total, actually 35 minus a line, so 35 items that sold in the month of February, and I have been picking up on my sales, so I don't know if it was just a fluke and February was a really good month for me, but I think it's because I have been inputting a lot more effort and work into the business to try to build up my inventory and then try to pick out items that I think would sell for better values. And my goal in the year of 2024 is to go from where I was at the end of last year, which was making like maybe, like last year was really hit or miss because I wasn't really pushing the business until the end of 2023, so I can't really even go the whole year. But kind of as I got towards the end of 2023, I made the decision to really push my business farther, to try to make this more into a business. It is a side business because I do have a full-time job that I work Monday through Fridays, so this is like extra on top of that. So I do spend a lot of my time trying to, like any of my free time, trying to get items posted, steaming them, preparing the item, getting the pictures, posting them. And I do post on multiple platforms, as you can see on my spreadsheet. I did start to look into like the what is it called, List Perfectly and Vendoo. I have not yet decided to go that route. I kind of put in my mind like a month or two ago that I don't want to invest into one of those programs until I'm making a certain amount per month consistently. So I think it's at least 500 is kind of where I'm at, like in my mind. But I'm thinking if I get to 500 a month, because I'm actually quite close to that this month, and if I continue where I'm at this month for the following months, and if it continually picks up, then maybe, because it would save me time that I don't necessarily have to transfer those items from one app to another. But I did watch a few videos on YouTube recently that talked about those two cross posting platforms, and you still have to go in and input it, obviously, but you're still going to have to go in and select each. I don't know, it seemed a little bit crazy, but you still have to either way go in and select what platform you're going to put it on. And for like eBay, for instance, you're still going to have to fill out a bunch of more details that I don't know. If you know of a really good platform where it kind of fills out all of those details, but it's still reasonably priced for the monthly fees, then let me know, because I just don't feel like I'm at that point in my business where I want to invest in that. But I also know that it probably would really help. I have thought about just doing Poshmark VA for like sending people offers, but at the same time I like to be in control of that. I don't want it to just go to every single thing. Anyways, it's a process and I am getting there. But so let's get to it. I'm just going to go through all of these items one at a time. So if you are interested, please follow along, and I really appreciate your time today. If you are interested, definitely let me know your thoughts about anything. I probably am going to say that later because I'm notorious for repeating myself. So the first item is this Brooklyn cloth men's unisex t-shirt. It's like a white tee with this like pink and teal, and it says open your mind. So I did find this. This is the front of it, and this was the back of it. And it was by this company called Brooklyn Cloth, and this was a size large. I found it in the Goodwill bins, and it did have a little bit of a stain. I did wash it, but it was still stained a little bit. I think it was, where is it? Maybe down here. I took some pictures, you know, and of course I made a mention of it in my posting. And this was the funny thing about this. I had it posted. I did share it. Let me go back up to the top here. So I did share it. I got it at the Goodwill bins November 10th, and my average cost of goods that day was $1.27 per item. I posted it on December 5th to both Poshmark and to eBay. And then on Poshmark, what's funny is I did get this comment on February 1st from this person that he basically was like, OMG, OMG, where did you find this shirt? This is literally my exact shirt. The stain on the front is from my food, spaghetti. It was stolen from me at a rehab facility in South Florida in 2022. I have no clue. I had no clue where it went after that. Holy cow, this is crazy. I miss this shirt a lot. I just thought that was really interesting. So I responded and it was like, wow, it was found at the Goodwill bins in Houston, Texas, because I didn't know that he wanted it, you know. I get that he missed it, but I just, you know, it is what it is. I just thought that was kind of a funny, interesting comment. And then he was really serious, and he's like, I know this may sound crazy, but you check your DMs on Instagram. I have proof and everything. So I was like, that's pretty funny. He's like, is there any way I could possibly get this shirt for cheaper? I only paid like $9 for it when I originally got it, and I am broker than broke like everybody else in America. I'm not gonna lie. I am a college student. It would appreciate it so much. Like incredibly a lot. I love and miss this shirt. And so I sent him a $10 off and a discounted shipping, and I let him know that via the little notes down here. And then I did pull up my Instagram so you can see what he had sent me over there on my Instagram page, that he did also post over, not just on Poshmark, because I don't think he ever used Poshmark. My guess is because when I share my listings, I share them to like Pinterest. I don't know really how. I should have asked him if he was, because it sounded like he was new to Poshmark. So my guess is he might have just seen it on maybe Pinterest, and then it like linked him over to my Poshmark. So but he said, I would like to inquire about the shirt I saw on Poshmark. It is the Brooklyn Cloth men's unisex t-shirt, the one that says open your mind on it. That is my shirt. It was stolen from me in the year 2022, and he kind of went through the whole thing again. He even sent me a picture of him wearing the shirt, which I thought was so amazing, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. And so he basically was just, he said, I was distraught because this was my favorite shirt. I wore it all the time. Like, this is me wearing the shirt in 2022 inside of a storage unit taking a selfie. The stain on the front is from gluten-free spaghetti. I remember putting that exact stain on there. I really miss this shirt. He was really serious. So I let him know I did go ahead and send him discounts, and he went ahead and purchased the shirt. So isn't that such a cool story? Anyways, so I did sell this shirt for $12, and I made a profit of $7.78. So I did make a little bit, and he got a discount. He got his men's shirt back, or his shirt back. I just thought that was really cool. What do you guys think of that story? That was just a really unique experience that I don't know that will ever happen again, because how random is it that you would find something in the bins in Texas, but it came from somebody who had a shirt stolen in Florida. Anyways, really cool. Thank you again for buying that shirt back for yourself. I'm so sorry that I made you buy it, but I know it is a business, and I do have to make a little bit of money off of it. if I'm going to sell it. So my next item is this Columbia men's PFG fishing shirt, light green, the Omni shade, size 2X or extra extra large. And I knew that I could sell it. I did. I believe I got this in the bins, which is why I picked it up, because I probably wouldn't just pick this up at a regular traditional thrift store. But I did pick it up. I did disclose the few little snags that were on this particular item. And I did take pictures of like the extra buttons just to show those. Sometimes that's just all somebody needed, was the extra buttons for a shirt they already own. And so I did get this at the bins again on that same day, November 10th of 23. And my average cost of goods, again, $1.27, which you'll see repeatedly because I only do big bins trips like once or twice, every so often. Like, I need to be able to get through those large items. And I've said this in past videos, but if you're new to me, I basically live out in the country and I do not live near a bins or any thrift store really, for the most part. So if I'm going to make a trip to the bins, it's a bigger trip. So I'm going to end up spending like the bulk of my day at the bins, and I'm going to just basically find a bunch of stuff that I can find that I think will sell. And while I'm going to make some mistakes in those, if you're going to be buying a big quantity of items at once, you're definitely not going to be able to pick only the most amazing items, if that makes sense. So I do pick a lot of random things, and that's part of just my model right now. As I progress over time, I think I will eventually be more picky. But my goal right now, I think what I'm doing is trying to make good decisions on, will I think it will sell? And if my average cost of goods is $1.27, if I make $10 for that item, I'm making back my money, so, I could make $5 for an item profit. If it's the profit is like $5, $10, $15, to me, that's worth it right now. I get that over time, that's a lot of work and effort, and I totally agree with that. I think that as you progress and I do see this with a lot of the YouTubers that I do follow, that they've been in the business longer, so they're at a point in their business where they're going to progressively do they're just looking for the higher items, the items that they know are going to sell for more. And that way they're spending less time doing all the picture taking and all the listing, and totally makes sense. I 100% agree with that model. I do see myself working towards that model. So for now, I'm still learning, and I do find a lot of interesting things. So it is a lot of busy work, and I am really busy right now. I am if you ask my family, it's like I am constantly, I will get off work and I will still be sitting in this chair at my desk for like 4 more hours because I am posting and taking pictures and preparing clothes and sending, offers to people and doing my bookkeeping part of it, and like just trying to constantly spend the time. So I think it's paying off. And I think that over time I will get to a point where I will try to limit how much. But my goal right now is just to build the business up, to get maybe clientele that might come back again. Trying to really just see, like, I will be more picky, but if I think it's, from the bins, I probably will pick it up even if it's not a super high value item. But the reason I do that is because, again, where I live. So it's more or less that I have an inventory of items, or I have a stash of items that I can still post if I don't make it to a thrift store anytime soon. Because we live, like I said, about an hour away. So anyways, that's a long splurge, but I hope that makes sense to you guys. If that makes sense, let me know in the comments. Anyways, that's kind of my business model right now. So okay, you guys, I don't know what's going on, but I have been trying to film this video and it keeps crashing. So as you can see, I pulled up my task manager and I'm just trying to keep an eye on my CPU usage just to see what's going on, because I can't quite figure it out, but maybe it'll give me a heads up I'm crashing. So I'm going to try to get through this, but I am going to just start off where I first crashed, because I loaded it all up and then it crashed when I started talking the second time. So now I'm going to try again for the third time, which is just crazy. So I was on the Columbia fishing shirt, and I did get this at the Goodwill bins for $1.27. I posted it to eBay and Poshmark on January 15th, and it sold on Poshmark on February 1st for $10. And my net, after fees, my net profit was $5.78 for that item. So I feel like I, wasn't a big profit, but it was a little bit. Let me check my CPU. It's still hovering around 50, 60. So hopefully, I don't know what's causing it to crash. So I'm going to close that browser. I decided to just open up this time just Poshmark's again, which is what I did last time. It still crashed, but we will see. So hopefully not. The next item is a Loft Army Green cargo style skirt, which this was before I was steaming clothes. It was also when I was laying them flat on the ground on a blanket when I took pictures. So it's not the best pictures, but it did its job and it did sell eventually. It sold for $10. So there is the photos of this. It was this really cute, just a nice basic. It had like a more of a thicker, I don't know what kind of material. Is that like it's not really twill, but it's like a thicker canvas style material. And I even put like the size chart here that I found just to help somebody out. But it was just this really cute skirt. It had the like the paper bag style hem, not the hem, the waistband. And then I did get this at as a donation, so I paid $0 for it originally, and I did post this to Poshmark in March of 23, and it sold on Poshmark February 3rd. So it took a year practically. I did finally sell it for $10, and I made a profit of $5.03. The next item, I'm going to check my CPU one more time. See, it's at 71 now. 62. Okay. That's just crazy. Okay. The next item is this Vera Bradley, this little mini tech cotton bag charm keychain for like AirPods, that sort of thing. And it has a full zip around. I did find this in the Goodwill bins, and it's so tiny, but like it was just in the bins. So I did snag it because it is Vera Bradley, so why not? I mean, it was literally lighter than light, but it was in really good condition. It had the Vera Bradley logo, like the little, like, as you can see, the little tag that sticks off. So I did get this in my November trip, so my average cost of goods, including this little tiny item, since I don't use it by weight, I go by how many items divided the receipt total by how many items I purchased to get my average cost. And then, so it was $1.27 per item that day again. And I did post this, I posted it on Poshmark November 27th, and it posted on sorry, I'm losing my mind because of all this stuff going on. Okay, I'm gonna take a big breath and just calm down. So it did sell on February 5th for $12, and I made a profit of $7.78. So I feel like it was worth picking that little tiny pouch up, and why not? The next item is this Lee Relax Fit. I love how Microsoft Shopping keeps trying to give me. I just need to take that off. I don't think it's really worth it. The Lee Relaxed Fit long capri style shorts, women's size 12. And I do believe this was a donated, let's go look. This was a donated item, so I did pay $0. I never paid for these, did not pick them up. I don't think I would pick them up in the bins normally, even though this pair did sell. It took a really long time to sell, so. And I did get this posted August of 22, which is what I said. Like, I don't think I would ever pick this up even in the bins, but I did just let it sit because they're still in pretty good condition. It's still an item. Somebody's going to want it eventually, and I was right. So it sold on Poshmark February 6th of this year, so over a year on the market for $10. And my net after fees was $5.03. So that's how much I earned for that item. So I'm going to skip my eBay and move on to the next Poshmark item. We'll go back and do eBay after the fact. So this next item was this Madewell Responsible bubble sleeve button front midi dress, maroon, size small. And I did actually find this in the bins as well. It does not have the label tag next to the neck where you would expect to find one. I did find some stock photos just to kind of make an idea, like so people could actually see what it looks like on a person. But as you can see right here, I took a picture, like the label tag was not there. You could see the little string, so somebody took it off. And I know there's people that will do that to try and prevent resellers, which I think sucks. And it's not fair. It's not really fair to the buyer either, because as a consumer, if I wasn't doing resell, I would still want that Madewell logo sitting there, because that's the whole reason. Like, you're kind of defeating the purpose by trying to prevent other people from reselling it, because people will still buy those items even if they don't have the label tag. So, and there's so much clothes, you guys, so much. There is absolutely bonkers amounts of clothes out there. And if you think that you're saving it for somebody, you're probably going to just end up with your item going to the landfill or somewhere else, because, you know, there are people that don't know it's Madewell and they're not going to pick it up because they don't even realize it's Madewell, because they're not a reseller. And if they just see it, they're going to go, I don't know, but they're looking for those name brand items. So if your whole purpose is, I'm going to remove my label that's name brand so that somebody else will find this item and buy it, that's really not valid thinking, in my opinion. So, because I've seen a lot of people say just remove your label so that, you know, the resellers won't resell it, basically, which I think it's just a really ridiculous thing. Anyways, that's my little rant. But anyways, on the actual tag, the material tag at the bottom on the inside of this item, I was reading through this tag, and it has do well, better for the planet. Like, you know, it's a quality item when you see these like little tags, and it says right here, Madewell.com. So I knew it was from Madewell, and that's how I went and did my research. You can also Google Lens it. And if there's photos out there, you're probably going to find it, which is what I did. I used all of those tools that I had to me, and I was able to find out that this was a Madewell item. Anyways, and this was a material was 100 or 50% cotton and 50% capoc. I still need to look that up and figure out what it was, but it did feel very linen-y. Like one of those like really high quality linen, like what people want. And then I did get this at the Goodwill bins for $1.27. I'm pretty sure it was skipped over because people did not find the brand on it and they were going too fast. And then I did find it myself. So I was proud of myself for finding that item. And I know Madewell's not the best, but that kind of an item is the kind that is going to sell. And you kind of just know. So Poshmark and eBay, I did post it to both of those December 14th, and it sold on Poshmark on February 10th, and I sold it for a purchase price of, I wrote 31, whatever. No, yeah, this was Poshmark. I'm on eBay and Poshmark. I'm realizing that eBay, their like price includes all like so when I'm trying to tell you guys how much the person paid for the item, like this is the agreed upon sales price, that's what I want to present to you guys. So Poshmarks are all exactly that. They don't inflate it and give you like the buyer's gross price, including their shipping fees and everything. They're going to show you like what you agreed upon, which is $31. And you'll see with eBay's, I had to create a new column right here. Here, I'll highlight it. I had to create a new column to show literally what the purchase agreed upon price was, basically. So that way I can explain that to you guys a little bit easier, because I wasn't doing that before and I realized I wasn't. So I was trying to make up for that by making a new column. So, okay, so Poshmark, yes, Poshmark's is 31. So that was our agreed upon price, was $31. And then after all my investment, my $1.27 investment, after the sales fee, I made a net profit of $23.53 for that item. So yeah, so be careful in the bins. If you see something without a label, but it looks high quality, see if you can find another tag on it. Do a Google Lens if you think it's a good quality. The next is a lot of 7 items. And these were all items that I've had for a very long time. So I went ahead and actually took a really low offer. I did go back and forth with this person a few times and then ended up settling at $48, which is really low because when they originally put it in their cart, it was over 100, I believe. And I think I offered them around 60, like, I can't remember. It was like 65 or 68 or something. And then they offered me 48. And that was low, and I had to think about it. But when I actually went back and I started looking at the items in their cart, because they were all items that I've had for a very long time, and I'll show that to you, that I went ahead and just accepted it. So the items, basically, I did have a few of these on my 3 for $15. I am slowly working through getting this off of my page, but I do still have a bunch of items listed under the 3 for $15 deal. And this was one of them. It was an express sequin tank top, cream, tan, brown, gold sized medium. And it was really pretty. I mean, but Express is just not a brand that a lot of people pick up anymore, at least on the resale market. So there's that one. The next item is I guess maybe I'll go through each one on here too real quick. So let me pull it up. So Express was a donated item. I paid $0 for that, so I didn't have anything going for it. Originally posted it June 18th of 2022, hence why I said it's been a long time, and that's why I went ahead with this offer. And it sold on Poshmark, obviously, as part of this bundle. So I'm just going to stop there. I'll tell you where I got it and how much I paid for the item, if I paid for it at all. The next item is this Susina Royal Blue Sleeveless Cowl Neck Tunic size medium. There's the label. I really don't know anything about this. It was in the donation pile again that I got a very long time ago. And it's really pretty. But I got it for $0. So again, I posted this in June of 22. So it also sold as part of this deal. The next item is this Apartment 9 navy blue sleeveless ruched blouse, tunic, draped neckline, size medium again. And again, this came from the donation pile, and I had it posted July 18th of 23. So it actually sat before I actually put, I had so much clothes, you guys, from that donation. Literally, it was bags upon bags. It was an entire Suburban full to the top. My friend drove it down from Dallas, and it was so much clothes. It was insane. Like, way more than my family could ever use. And it was really nice of her, and she said you can sell them, it doesn't matter. And it took a long time to get through all those piles. That was like initially when I started reselling, I was just selling all that stuff, all of this clothes that I had excess amounts of. It was crazy. My entire living room was exploded with bags upon bags. It was an unbelievable amount. So pretty cool. And a lot of that donations was the Californians moving to Texas, because my friend's from California and she moved to Texas, and she lives in a community with a bunch of other mostly Californians. Not to say there's not people from like the East Coast and other places, but they created this new community in Dallas, and a lot of them are from there. Well, anyways, she did a drive for my family. I'm not really sure why, but I really appreciate it. I know she's a good friend, and she was like, I'm gonna just collect clothes for your girls, because I had at the time my girls were here, and all three of them are, well, two of them are still here, but they were, you know, a lot younger, like middle school, early, you know. She just wanted to help out, because I won't say we're like super low income, but like medium income, so anything really does help, which is really nice. And I actually really appreciated it. But she did a drive at her community, and she was pretty surprised because she asked for clothes for my girls, and then people just kept donating like everything. So she got purses and stuff that didn't fit them, stuff that they would never wear in a million years, you know, just a whole influx of random stuff. And most of it girl stuff. So anyway, so that kind of kick-started this business. And so that was kind of the story behind that. And so I'm on this Apartment 9 navy blue shirt. So it was part of the donation. So I finally posted it on July 18th of 23. and it sold, and I posted it to Poshmark, and it sold on Poshmark, of course, this month, well, February 16th, and it was part of the bundle, so I was losing where I was at. So it's part of this bundle. The next item is these Lee embroidered capri denim blue jeans, women's size 10. They had this really cute, or really pretty, oops, let me scroll down here if I can get to it. Like the little embroidery along the sides was really adorable. I'm going to check my CPU. Oops, where did it go? Ooh, it's hovering. I saw 78. That's getting pretty close, but it's hovering between 60 and 78. I'm really hoping I can get through the Poshmark stuff before it decides to crash. So the Lee is from the Goodwill bins from the November 10th trip, so $1.27 per item for that one. The next item in the bundle is also from the donation. I do remember that. This is Max Studio, kind of like a silky material, purple, a really pretty purple and black velvet midi like knee-length dress, size small. It was also new with tags. So, and I just thought it was really pretty, but it is a size small, which makes it a little bit harder to sell. And I did post that item May 30th of 23. So it's been over 6 months. And that's why I went ahead with that item in the bundle. That item kind of made me hesitate because I do think I could get a little bit more for the Lee. And I also thought I could get a little bit more for the Max Studio. But I decided it's still a good amount of clothes out of my closet. And I'm trying to get rid of all of those, like, the ones that have been sitting for a while, if that makes sense. So that was from the donation. So I also paid $0 for that one. The next item is Takara chevron print orange white dress, junior's size, like 3-5. It was another small, which again explains why I got rid of it. So I was like, definitely that was fine. It was from the donation pile, so I had $0 invested in it. Totally fine with it leaving. And then the last item in this bundle was this Jennifer Lopez sleeveless crew neck faux knot in the front right here. I did have it on the 3 for 15s. And it was really pretty. I like the color. It was in really good condition. It had this like little silver embellishments here, the little faux knot that goes at the front, and just a really nice lightweight thin top for like summertime. And again, size medium. So this was definitely going to one person that was going to just take the whole bundle into their closet for themselves, which totally awesome. These are all great items. They aren't like the best amazing quality of, you know, brands and everything, but it was really cute. And the fact I was totally fine with, you know, the $48 gave me, I didn't even calculate. I think I had it, that was the purchase agreed upon price. I don't think I did do my calculations here. So it's $520 plus $520 plus $520 plus $393. 520 plus 520. I divided it up and then 518. So I made a profit of $35.11. I have it broken down by the item, which is why I didn't think about putting that together. But so the sales price that I agreed upon was $48, and I made a profit of $35. Not bad for those items. I'm totally fine with that. I was willing to basically give away the items that had been in my closet for so long. And if they didn't sell soon, I might have eventually just removed them from my closet anyways. So yeah. Okay, so let's move on. The next item is Allison Daly. It was a petite denim jean, elastic waist, pockets, just like this really cute casual, almost like a loungewear jeans, pull on, elastic waist, makes them super comfy. It did have kind of like a tapered end, and it did have, as you can see, like right here is like this, like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a material flaw, like it got stretched or something happened. So I did disclose that. And I did put overall lots of casual wear left, great for like crafting, gardening, cleaning, housework, you know, just something that you can wear around your house. They look nice, but they're still comfy, and yeah. And then here's the label. And 14 petite small, and this was a 79% cotton, 20 polyester, and 1% spandex. And the funny thing is somebody had their name written on the inside. I think I did share this in one of my videos, my haul videos. So this one I got at the Goodwill bins at the end of December, which was my dollar average cost per good. So I had $1 into those. I posted it on January 9th to Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark on February 17th. And for $18 was the agreed upon price, so my profit was $13.40. The next item is this One World embroidered black and white peasant style tunic, women's shirt, size 1X. And then it has these like little strings at the front. Here's the label, and there's the 1X. Made in India, which is pretty cool. I think that also helped it sell. The sleeves were like 3/4 length, and they had like the elastic right there at the ends. And then it just had embroidered at the sleeves and at the neckline. And there's that tag. And so for this item, I did get this at the Goodwill bins at the end of December. And again, $1 average cost of goods. I posted it February 15th to Poshmark and eBay. And it sold on February 17th, so it only took 2 days. And it sold on Poshmark, and it sold for $15, and that made my profit $8.02 because I did give a shipping discount, which is why it's a little bit lower. Why I give shipping discounts, I don't know. I just give shipping discounts often. So maybe I'll eventually stop doing that, but I mean, it was from the bins. I didn't really care. I was just glad to see it go. I made a profit. They get a good deal. The next item is Lane Bryant embroidered fuchsia pink shirt with like a fluttery sleeve, short sleeve, almost like a cap sleeve, size 26-28. So it was definitely a larger size. This definitely, it gives me that Mexican Spanish, what's that movie? Encanto vibes. I don't know why, it just reminds me of the movie Encanto. And here's the top part. See, it's just very gives you that vibes. So it sold for $12, and I find that one. Here it is. I got this at the Goodwill bins in November for $1.27 per item. I posted it to Poshmark and eBay on December 9th, and it sold February 20th. So it did take a couple of months, sold for $12. I gave a shipping discount, so my net after fees was $5.76 of profit. The next item is this First Love Red Rose novelty tunic, bell short sleeves. So it has the bell like wider. As you can see, it kind of bells out at the ends, but it's short sleeve, super cute. It also had these like gold chains for the, here's another picture of that. Gold chains for like across the top, and then the sleeves can kind of drape off your shoulders if you want. And I just thought it was really cute because it has this all over red roses, very novelty-esque, novelty print. So just super cute and fun. I thought it would sell for Valentine's Day, but it did not sell until after Valentine's Day. But that's totally cool. So that one sold, let's see, I did get it for $1 at the Goodwill bins at the end of December. I posted it January 24th on Poshmark and eBay, and it sold on Poshmark, and it sold for $20. And so my net after fees, I earned $15 for that item. And it's not something like, this is what I'm saying, like I don't think most resellers generally go for this kind of an item, but I still made $15 for it. And here's another one of those said items that I don't think most resellers are going to pick up. Let me know if you would pick up either of these, the Red Roses shirt, or if you would have picked up these boxers. So at the bins on that same trip, I found three of these Polo Ralph Lauren men's boxers, size large, for all three were size large, 100% cotton, and it is their pony boxers. So it has like their little like classic icon. So on the red, the black pair with the red, it's embroidered. And then on the blue and the gray pair, it's just a print. But they were all the same size. I knew I could put them all together. And I just saw I had a video chat coming in from a friend. I was like, what? That is interesting. I took some like screenshots. There's like the 100% cotton. I just thought, you know, I could lot these together. And so you can't post these on eBay because it has to be new, I believe. But I did post them to Poshmark and it did sell. So I got it at the Goodwill bins. I did mark it as $3 because I was doing $1 per item that day. So I went ahead and marked it as my amount paid was actually $3, even though I bundled it. And then I posted it February 13th and it sold on February 24th. So it actually still sold pretty quick. So if you find those sort of things and they're in really good condition, they probably will sell on Poshmark fairly quick anyways. You know, of course, think about it. It's 100% cotton. It's a name brand. It's got the ponies. Like, it's all those classic items that people are going to want. And if you look these up on their website, I think a pack of 3 is like almost $50. So they got it for $19. So my like earnings was $10.18 for those boxers. So I thought it was a decent pickup. And then the last item from Poshmark, and then I'm going to take a break before I start eBay because I'm going to have to load those up next, is Joe's Jeans. It's a high-rise honey. I think the model was honey. Skinny ankle blue jeans, size, you know, UK 28, but US size 6. And here's some pictures. Joe's Jeans. I have the labels that I took on here. And this label was fraying, so I did get a good picture of it just to show. But, you know, like the bottoms were in really good condition. This came from, I believe, the donation. Let's go. Joe's Jeans. Yes. So this was a donated item. I did not pick this up. It was donated to us. I posted it in March, at the end of March 29th of 23. And then it did take until February 26th, so literally 11 months to sell. But I did post it just to Poshmark only. I did not post it to anything else. And it sold for $15, and that made my net profit for those jeans $12. So pretty good so far. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video, and that way it saves it, and then I can just kind of prep the eBay stuff. And I have one Kitizen, so I'll prep the Kitizen and the eBay stuff. That way I can try to put it all in segments, and then when I share it to you guys, hopefully I won't like lose a bunch of stuff every time it crashes. Luckily we haven't crashed. Let's look at my so it's doing okay at the moment. I just don't know why it was crashing. It's just crazy. Okay, anyways, I will be back on another start over video in just a moment for you. In a few minutes for me. Hey guys, I'm back, and I wanted to just do a quick filming just to say I'm gonna actually end this video and just do a whole nother video, because I realized that the time that I did already film the whole next section with eBay, but it's like a almost 40-minute video, so it makes more sense to just divide this into 2 videos and do 2 parts. I hate doing that, but I'm gonna end up doing that anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this one today, and then just watch for my part 2, which will probably come out on Tuesday, just so that I can edit it into a proper video. Anyways, so definitely keep an eye out for the second part, and then you'll get the grand total for the month of February on that one. So thank you again for watching and for bearing with me on my issues with the computer crashing. That was just crazy. I'm just so glad it didn't crash on the second video. But yeah, so I'm going to end it now. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Keep following along, because I have some really good sales in the next video that you won't want to miss. I hope you have a great day again. Thank you so much.